Hello again. I'm Anushka Lianige, back with the DBMS video assignment. Now I will be doing question set 2. The previous video I did question set 1. So I'm going to go through question set 2 and answer all the questions. So the description is the board of directors of Sandun Productions, a company that sells products, decided to include all of their company information into a computer database. This database is being created by a software company named Tirina Gayatra Soft. So we will be putting on the shoes of the senior software engineer of the software development company, and we are assigned to create the database. So for this specific question, I'll be using HiDSQL software to create my database. So I'll create the name, I'll give it a name, I'll create a table for the employees, I'll create a table for the products sold in this particular company, and I'll get into this once we're finished creating the tables and giving the name. So let's start. So I'm going to go up to the session. This is the session name, session 13. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to create new and click on database. So then now I'm going to give this the name. So it says in this question here we should give it Sadhuna _production _db. Sorry. So I'm gonna write just that. Right. So I'm gonna scroll down here and try to find it here, and there it is. Alright, so now I'm gonna right click here, click on go up here, click on create new table. Right, there we go. And I'm gonna make this, so first I'm gonna make the employee table. So I'm gonna up here when it says name, this space right here, I'm gonna call it employee. Right, and I'm gonna go down here, it says columns, I'm gonna right click and click on add column. So the column will be there. So we can add the name. So these are the column names. So the employee registration number, their first name, their last name, their gender, their contact information, and then this is where you can set the data types. What is the data type for this particular data value? So the data value that has to be inserted into this column. So I'm going to put for all this, I'm going to put varchar, and then the length of the data values that should be entered, the length of the range. So the limit of how long can the data values entered into the employee employee table can be. So like 10, 45, 10, 45, so on. So the limit of the data value that is entered into this employee table not is 10. The data value should not exceed 10 characters, or go down the line, exceed 45 characters. So that's what. So I'm going to do that. First I'm going to do this name. So our first column would be employee registration number. And I'm going to give this data type known as varchar. Come over here, click on this, double click, see this list here, go scroll down to text. Under text there's varchar. There we go. And the length would be 10. So double click this here and type in 10. Right. And change this here to no default value right here. And now and I just entered one column here. So I'm gonna go to the corner, click on one, right click and go down to add column. So there we've added a new column. So then I'm gonna add the rest of these columns. So the next one is first name. That's the data type is watch already, and the length is 45. Right. Go down here. I'm gonna fill in the rest of the data. I've added everything. Right. Okay, so now I'm gonna save this. Go down here and click the save button. Right. And now I'm gonna add another table, product table. So I'm gonna go up here and new table. Right. So I'm gonna name this product table. And now same as the DL up here, I'm gonna add these column names and enter in the data types and the lengths. Right. So let's get into question number 4 here. Alright, so it says, what are the steps you can take to stop data repeating the product table above? So this product table contains data about the products that Sandun production sells. So we have the product ID, the product name, and the brand. So let's take when it comes to brands, let's take biscuit brands like Maliban and Munchie. So they will have a lot of products. Like Maliban puts out chocolate biscuits, milk cookies and wafers and so on. Their range of products are quite extensive, and but no matter how what the product is, they still have the same brand. It still falls under the brand Maliban. So you have to enter the brand when you're entering data into this table right here. So for example, let's go up here to the product table right here. This is the product table, and we give this an ID. We give this an ID, and let's call it chocolate biscuit. And the brand is Maliban, right? So Sandun Production sells those. In the inventory, they have Maliban chocolate biscuits. They also have uh, wafers, strawberry wafers made by Maliban. So we have to enter in this. That's also made by Maliban. So the brand name still stays the same, but the product name and the product ID will change. So so in a table like this, there will be a lot of instances where like this. The product IDs are different, the product names are different, but the brand still stays the same. So you will expect to find a lot of brands with the same, a lot of products, a lot of different products with the same brand in a table like this. So you have to write the so it can be a waste of data, writing the brand names every single time can be a waste of data. It will take up a lot of data used by the database. So that's a bad thing to have, essentially. So the way we can get around this is we make a third table dedicated specifically for the brands. So dedicated specifically for the brands. So make one right here. So brand, and in this particular table I'm going to add two columns, one for brand ID and name, the brand name essentially. Created a table dedicated to creating the brands. So under this, here, and we'll write down the brands that will most likely appear in our product table. So and we're going to give them an ID. So one, and the name would be Malibu. Up bunch, so something like that. So you write the brand name and the ID. You can name it 3, 4, 5, so on. So these are these brand names will appear in our product table. But instead of writing the whole brand name, you can do this. We go back to the product table, and instead of this, we write down the ID of the brand, the ID brand. So and the name is 1 and 1. So the brand, this is essentially the brand ID. So it's 1. So go down here, 1. The brand ID is name of the brand with the brand ID 1 is Maliban. So it is so just writing 1 there saves a heck of a lot of data when entering data into database. So it stops a lot of data being consumed or wasted. So that's how we do it. And the way you can join these, like name it to 1, 2. You can use the DBMS database management system to think that this is the brand ID of here. So basically connect the brand table to the product table. So this tools essentially work. So we use that in join queries. That's how this will eventually work and save us a lot of data. So we use join queries to essentially connect the brand table with the product table. So we'll get back. We'll get into join queries in a later episode. So that's essentially how we do it. So what we learned is we made a database. We named the table for employees, and then we named a table for products, and we stopped data from repeating. Essentially, go into the basics of stopping data repeating. So that's about it. So thank you for watching. Hope you learned something.